Tom, who the hell is this Tommy Tooter guy that you spent 2 hours building an expose on? A zoophile who also is homeless?
Yeah. So I assume you guys are somewhat familiar with like the Lolcow sphere. I mean, obviously you guys know Wings, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck, not Wings.
Boogie.
Yeah, Wings, Boogie. Another one that Kyle
Chris
you
Chan.
would know. Alcoholic Blade. That's what I'm thinking of. Blade.
Yes.
Okay. So all these guys are like kind of the recent sort of Lolcow discussions in the past 10 years. There's this guy, Tommy Tooter. His real name is Thomas Wassenberg. He's like fucking 80 years old. He's real old. And he was getting trolled back in like IRC chats back in like the 80s and 90s. He would log into like terminals, which from my understanding were like, it's not really a computer, but it's connected to a computer. Essentially, it's just like a screen with a keyboard, and you connect like a library or something to like the internet through it. But it's all hooked up to like one system. Is that right, Woody? Is that a proper understanding?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you smiling? What's so funny?
Because I've used them professionally, and you're describing them as like, you know, like
what's fucking ancient, dude? Okay,
archaeologists have unearthed this terminal.
It is. Okay.
And Woody's like, I was an adult using these.
You would expect to see those in like the Fifth Element as like an ancient object.
Shit's made of papyrus.
But essentially, he's been around since then on like message boards, and his whole deal is he was in this hippie community called the Rainbow Family. And he got kicked out for some kind of dubious reason. I haven't been able to totally figure it out. There's some claims that he molested someone or something. I don't know, whatever. But he's been online for a very, very long time. He's also a gemstone dealer. And he's had a very interesting kind of sordid history. He's had a string of love interests. One of them was he met this guy on Facebook named Robert. And Robert thought that Tommy was auditioning for his band. Tommy is transgender, and he believed that he was going to go to Robert's house to like be with him, like in like a relationship. So Tommy goes to Robert's house, and he's posting like, "Oh, Robert's so old and hot and wrinkly. He's got these big hands, but he won't fuck me or touch me and stuff like this." He's just living in this old man's house he met on Facebook, and eventually Robert kicks him out, and he's like, "I thought he was gonna like be my drummer or something." He's like a kind of person, there has to be some term for this, but somebody who uses law enforcement phone call lines incessantly for nothing. So there's like 100 videos of him on YouTube being like, they're trolling me on the internet, calling the FBI, calling like the state's attorney's office, calling every law enforcement, the DEA. He'll call them and be like, I'm being trolled online. And they'll be like, they're talking about it. He'll be like, no, they're writing dissertations about me. They fucking hate me. And they'll be like, all right, we'll look into that for you. He's called like the Canadian police. He's called district courts all over the place. Part of the reason he gets trolled so much is he can't stop himself from typing. But another one of them is that he talks about his various escapades with suppressed children. And so he'll talk about it online. People will give him shit. And then he will call the cops and be like, can I be prosecuted for something I did 40 years ago where I molested a child? They'll be like, probably not.
Hey, quick question. I know you're busy.
Yeah. So he's a very
They're like, Mr. Polanski?
Don't you have an
you again? Are you in France? Yeah. He's a very, very, very fascinating guy. I have like kind of a sick fascination with people who just can't stop train wrecking their lives. I don't know what it is about them, but I just find them so interesting.
Yeah, you love the Lolcow communities.
I do.
You can't look away.
I can't.